7 for Gail.
600.
And she raises to 600. Connecting cards for Liv.
All 600.
She makes the call. And we'll see our first flop in this match. And Liv flops a full house.
Yikes. Gail's got an open-ended straight draw. Liv obviously going to check and throw her some rope. Understandably, Gail's going to bet the draw.
750.
750 to Liv. And she puts in a raise to 2,100.
Some deception value to the check raise on the flop with a full house. But Liv, of course, is taking the risk that she would just let Gail Bowman muck air here, as opposed to flat calling and keeping her in.
Gail made the call and the turn. King of diamonds. And now Gail's officially drawing dead.
5,400 in the middle. Something in the 2 to 2,500 range. Would be nice and tempting for Gail to continue.
That's a bigger bet, 3,800 from Liv.
800.
Might be designed to look bluffish and induce the playback from Gail here.
Well, she gets a call.
26% of the chips in play are in the middle right now, and we're only 2 hands in.
River's an ace of diamonds.
And Liv's just praying that Gail is backed into a flush here and will give her action.
And Liv puts in a bigger bet, 6,500.
It's exactly half the pot.
Gail folds. And Liv takes down a nice pot.
An unhappy man right there with a pretty good hand, however.
Pocket queens for Roble. Min raise.
20,000 total.
Pocket trays for Seidel. He calls.
There's the mark of a patient opponent right there. Seidel's not going to press.
Seidel flops the boat ollie. Roble has the overpair.
Why press when you know you're going to flop gin like that?
After Eric checks, Andrew bets 20,000.
This could be the beginning of the end for Roble,
Eric calls.
unless he's lucky enough to hit a queen or running deuces.
10 of clubs, Roble still with the overpair, but way behind. Seidel checks again. Andrew bets 40,000. Eric calls.
Oh, he's just bleeding him out here. No hurry.
The 10 complicates things.
3's full vulnerable against the 10 now.
Eric puts Andrew all in.
Andrew Roble has a pair of queens. He cannot win this hand, and yet he doesn't know it. If he calls, it's all over.
I'm so confused. I was going to shove it any river. Or I call any river. No idea what you have. Just really don't know what to do. Okay, I call.
The call seals Roble's fate. He is out. Eric Seidel will face Chris Moneymaker in the championship.
The hot streak continues for Seidel, who is
Have to maybe not the 8 versus the
King 4 suited for Hansen. He raises to 1,600.
6, but I mean
3-5 suited for Seed. He calls.
I did it today. Yeah, flop comes 7-4-4. I had the ace high flush draw.
Huck hits a dream flop. 3's full and he checks.
he's holding the deck here. Tough for Gus to have any of that.
Hansen bets 2,100. Huck calls.
He's going to try to reel his man in here.
Deuce on the turn. Another quick check by Huck.
Gus is drawing dead at this point, and while Hansen bet with air on the flop, at this point he's got what he thinks could be a winning draw with an open-ended straight.
He bets 5,100. Seed, it seems, all too happy to call.
No reason to scare your man here.
Irrelevant queen on the river. Seed checks again.
3rd straight check from Huck with the full house. Now Gus has got to decide if he's going to shut it down or try to buy the pot.
That's 12,200.
That's designed to get Huck off of a medium pair or maybe an ace high. And Huck is loving this. It's time for him to put the raise in.
Raise it.
He's going to, which puts him all in.
Just over a min raise to a total of 24,800.
Be the greatest bluff of all time.
Is Hansen really thinking about calling this one?
Not a chance. He's just taking a moment to say goodbye to that 12,200.
Hansen looks right into the camera, folds, Huck takes the pot.
That would be the greatest bluff of all time.
Courageous three-barrel bluff by Gus Hansen.
Should have took real now.
Tony Bloom gets out of the way, round to young Brit, Sam Trickett. He's got ace 10, middle position.
Definitely worth opening the pot for a raise.
It's pot limit before the flop in this tournament. Jeff Cassandra just calling with the ace queen.
Yeah, I think that was more because he's in position and the stacks are fairly deep.
Question being asked of David Benjamin. And maybe because it is only pot limit pre-flop, he found he was able to make the call with the 5-6. Not too many fireworks in front of him. And would be extremely glad that he did.
What a great flop for that hand, David Benjamin.
Very quick check by Benjamin, as you'd expect. And it's come round to Jeff Cassandra. What does Benjamin do now? He can't lose this.
Benjamin still has to raise, though, because he's got to try to maximize the profit on this hand. And I don't like him just calling there at all.
Sam Trickett gets out of the way, and that is a great card for David Benjamin because it gives Lissandro two pairs with a very decent kicker.
Well, David Benjamin's mistake on the turn actually turned into a great benefit on the river because now he has the maximum chance of getting paid off from Jeffrey Lissandro.
What size bet do you recommend here, Robert?
I'd bet a pretty decent size bet, over half to 2/3 of the pot, probably close to 100,000. 90 to 100 feels right.
Well, you're right on the money there, Robert. Let's see what Lissandro does.
I don't see how Jeff Lissandro can get away from this. I don't think I could. If I were in his seat, I would probably pay this bet off myself.
He sees that he was beaten all along. And a great result for David Benjamin.